Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla killed 2 people when she slammed her car into a wall. Mackenzie was driving her boyfriend Dominic Russo and her friend Davion Flanagan when the deadly crash took place.
The cause of that crash is unclear, but investigators say Flanagan and Russo were inside the car and did not make it out alive. And a 17-year-old girl, also in the vehicle, is in critical condition.
At first, it was deemed a tragic accident. Once her condition had stabilized, Mackenzie claimed she had no memory of the crash.
Tonight, the video of the crash.
Surveillance footage from the night of the accident showed her driving calmly through the streets before suddenly switching gears. Here she is seen whizzing past a security camera at 100 miles per hour, and just off camera, she crashes into a brick wall.
She did that on purpose.
The computer demonstrated that there was no attempt to slow down or stop, that it was full speed into a building.
It's not a secret that Mackenzie and Dominic were having relationship troubles. Dominic's family claimed that Mackenzie purposefully crashed the car with the intention of murdering him.
But this was not a car accident. The evidence and science proved that Mackenzie Shirilla murdered my son, Dominic.
Davion, who was catching a ride with them, was unfortunately collateral damage.
My son Davion is and always will be so much more than cargo.
Mackenzie, no longer seen as an innocent survivor, was put on trial for the deaths of the 2 young men.
The evidence in this case overwhelmingly indicates that these were intentional and purposeful deaths.
During her trial, the prosecution showed TikToks of Mackenzie at a concert and celebrating Halloween after the crash.
These aren't Halloween of last year, so these would be post-crash, just before she was charged in November.
I'm not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of drugs and not die.
They were painting a picture of a heartless killer who felt no remorse.
Mackenzie's statement in the hospital to Detective Azu, "Can't you just take my license away for 10 years or something?" Mackenzie Shirilla murdered Dom and Davion in cold blood and had already moved on. She was driving, going to concerts, and dressing up for Halloween, no thoughts of the families and lives that she had destroyed.
Mackenzie's mother took the stand in her daughter's defense. She described how heartbroken Mackenzie had been after losing Dominic.
For 3 months after the accident, she would only wear his clothes. She would only eat the snacks he ate. She was laying in bed for 3 months crying. There was a shrine of him next to her with photos and things that he liked, and this flower that lights up that he got her because he wanted it to be fresh and alive forever.
She testified that Mackenzie suffers from a disorder that can cause her to pass out, which would explain why she had lost control while driving.
She's not a murderer.
But the investigation concluded that the accelerator pedal had been stepped on with force. The families of the victims demanded that Mackenzie be punished severely.
We feel that Mackenzie is a threat to both herself and the community if she were to be released.
I would like you to give Mackenzie the longest possible sentence. I've known her for about 3 years, and as she's always taken the easy way out. You shouldn't be able to take the easy way out when it comes to murder.
Throughout her trial, Mackenzie insisted that she was innocent.
I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I love Dom and Davion. We were all friends, and Dom was my soulmate.
Her plea didn't help, and Mackenzie was convicted of double murder with 2 sentences of 15 years to life. But she is serving them at the same time, meaning she'll be eligible for parole in 15 years.
It's completely unfair that no matter what sentence you give her, she will be eligible for parole, while my brother will be gone forever.
Mackenzie, going to prison because you did this. Be thankful that you're still alive and have a future, whatever that may be. Dom and Davion were robbed of their futures.